Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that may link with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. First of all, congratulations going out to Alexander Zinchenko and Shevchenko yesterday for their game for Ukraine. Went brilliantly. They had over 30,000 fans in the stadium at Stamford Bridge. There was loads of ex-players there. Sanya, loads of Arsenal players, Robert Perez. It was brilliant. Arsene Wenger managing one of the teams that ended up finishing 2-2 and a great goal in the game by Seedorf. Jack Wilshere, by the way, rolling back the years of a really good performance as well. So, yeah, all in all, a great day. We also did commentary of it in the metaverse. That was absolutely amazing. Look out for footage coming out around that. That was incredible as well. And for all the well over 1.5 thousand fans who were in the metaverse with us, it was absolutely incredible. So all in all, a really, really good day for Zinchenko. And he was asked by Cecil after the game in the interview whether he would be available for the Community Shield. And he said it's going to be up to the manager. Hopefully he gets a few minutes in that. But it was good to see Zinchenko on the pitch, and hopefully we can get him back to full fitness, a really key player for Arsenal last season. But it's all about this season right now. David Raya, the links continue, and lots of rumours out there that this deal will be completed within the next 24 to 48 hours. That's according to Fabrizio Romano, who reckons that a deal now is very, very close. Personal terms we know has already been agreed. We know that there's not a big difference between Arsenal and Brentford on the actual fee, and this one is expected to be completed very, very soon. And Raya will be in at Arsenal and available for the first game of the season against Nottingham Forest, which is really, really good news. And it really does give big strength in depth to that goalkeeping area. So I think a good bit of business by Arsenal. This is what happens when you get your business done early. You can get your principal targets in, and then if you see quality players out there, you can make a move. You can make a move. You don't have to be in any rush. You don't have to be in any hurry. You can make a move to get those players in. So Raya, within the next 24 to 48 hours, should be completed. Also, Matt Turner is going to be joining Nottingham Forest on a permanent deal. So he's going in a different direction. As I said, could even be playing against us come Saturday in our first game of the season against Forest. But Matt Turner definitely going to Nottingham Forest on a permanent move. Good luck to him. And that one should be completed very soon. I don't know what the fee on that deal is going to be yet. There doesn't seem to be any news on what the proposed fee is going to be. But Matt Turner will be leaving to go to Nottingham Forest. A player that also looked like they could have possibly missed out on is Mohamed Kudus. Now, he's been heavily linked with Arsenal over the past couple of weeks, but it looks like he is heading to Brighton. Brighton actually were the first club that were in for Kudus quite early in the transfer window. They made inquiries about him. They were very interested in him, but it seemed like Arsenal in recent weeks and also Chelsea were the two teams that really moved ahead in this deal. But it looks like a deal has been struck for him to join Brighton. David Ornstein revealed yesterday that a deal has been agreed in principle between Brighton and Ajax to sign him for £35 million. Remember, a lot of the quotations were around about the 40 million mark, but £35 million. And that they're close to agreement on personal terms with the player himself. So remember, I was talking about he could be a possible, good cover because he can play on that right-hand side as well for Saka, but it does look like he's heading to Brighton. Big coup for Brighton to pull off a player like this. Whether Arsenal were fully interested or not, we don't know. Should Arsenal attempt to hijack? Should they, go in there and say, well, hold on, why not come over here to Arsenal? Champions League football, we know Brighton have got Europa League, but Champions League football, come and play for us. But it does look like Brighton are on the verge of signing Kudus, who's their number one target and will be a record signing for Brighton. Arsenal have apparently turned their attentions, according to Team Talk publication. They're saying that Arsenal have made inquiries again about Elie Wahi. Now, Wahi is the 20-year-old who plays for Montpellier over there in France. He had a fantastic season last year with 19 goals and 6 assists for Montpellier. And Arsenal have previously been interested in him in this transfer window, but nothing's really materialized. Chelsea have been the team that have really been pushing for his signature. They've said to have made serious inquiries, even said to have made a bid in some quarters, but nothing done yet. I think in reading into it, one of the sticking points with the Chelsea move with Wahi has been that Chelsea want to buy him, then loan him out again. You know, they've bought this club now over in France, Strasbourg, and they're buying players, then loaning him back to Strasbourg. I think that's their intention with Wahi. He's not up for that. He wants to play in the Premier League straight away if he's going to move. Could Arsenal make a move for him? Centre forward, but he can also play as a right winger. And that could be the appeal of it. Remember, the lot around the worry for me is Saka. If something happened to Saka, then who is the sort of natural cover on that right wing? We don't seemingly have someone who's naturally gifted on that right wing. So Arsenal, again, being linked with Wahi, apart from this time, it seems a bit more serious. According to Team Talk, they're saying they've made some serious inquiries about getting him. Let's wait and see how that one works out. Following Balogun, that saga continues. It seems to continue right throughout the transfer window. Inter Milan are back and they are pushing hard to try and get this deal done. Of course, they were trying to get Scamacca from West Ham, but that fell through. Scamacca now looks like he's definitely on his way to Atalanta in Italy. And Inter want to get this deal for Balogun done sooner rather than later. We know previously they bid £25 million, which was rejected. There's a lot of talk that they might come back in with 35 million. Will Arsenal accept that? We know that Arsenal in recent times won about 50 million. Previous to that, they wanted about 40. But Balogun still hasn't played since that first friendly against Nuremberg. Has not really been, training with the team. He's been training on his own. There's been talk that he's wanted Arsenal to lower the price so that he can get the move. He's desperate for a move. Arsenal trying to get as much money for him as they can. Of course, it will represent pure profit because it's a kid that's come through their academy. So it's starting to look more and more like that is going to be the destination for Balogun, that he's going to get his move to Inter Milan, but still a little way to go on that. Marquinhos, of course, the 20-year-old kid that we've got from Brazil at Arsenal, in demand for a loan move at the moment. The latest club that would like to take Marquinhos on loan is Nantes over there in France. So the Arsenal hierarchy, the Arsenal management team, including Mikel Arteta, got a decision to make on where they're going to send him out on loan. Definitely going to go out on loan. He went out on loan to Norwich last year. But where will he head this summer? Definitely a player in development, and Arsenal would like to get him out there on loan, and hopefully he can repeat what Saliba did and come back. It's Balogun as well. Two guys that have been out on loan and done brilliantly. Actually, even when I think about it, Emile Smith-Rowe went out on loan to Huddersfield, was brilliant, came back into the Arsenal team. So it does show that if you go out on loan and you really put it in, it can really work for you. And what about this Bitello? Remember, about a week and a half ago, loads and loads of publications were reporting saying that this deal will be done within the next 7 days. Well, it hasn't been done. Bitello hasn't come into Arsenal, so they've got that wrong. And there's been no real movement on it at all. Now, the vice president of Gremio was talking to the press, and he said that they've had no serious offers yet. They've had loads and loads of inquiries. He didn't quote Arsenal, but he said they've had a lot of inquiries, but no serious offers yet. But they are expecting him to leave the club this summer. So will Bitello still be heading to Arsenal? That is what we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Less than a month to go now until the transfer window closes on the 1st of September. Who else will be coming through that door following the signings, of course, of Timber, of Declan Rice, of Kai Havertz, and looks like Raya's next. Who else might come through that door for Arsenal? And who's going to leave? There's going to be a lot of outgoings before the end of that window as well. To find out, just keep it locked here every day on Transfer Daily. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.